Hey, Colleen, always a pleasure to see you. And I have two questions to start with. First off, where in the world are you today?
I am in surprisingly sunny Portland. You can't see the sun out of the windows right now, but I'm surprised that it's actually sunny over here.
And I take it you're in Portland, Oregon. Is that fair to assume?
Yes, I was in Portland, Maine earlier this summer, so it's a fair question.
So, comparing the two Portlands, what's your favorite so far?
I mean, I used to live in Portland, Oregon, so this is a visit back to a place I used to live. So I certainly have a soft spot in my heart for Portland, Oregon, though I consumed probably more lobster in the few days that I was in Portland, Maine than I would normally in an entire year.
I love it. So, when you're not traveling coast to coast, and I don't want to say for pleasure because it's definitely not pleasure, but when you're wearing your work hat, what do you do in the beverage industry?
Yeah, so I mean, for the last 6 months or so, I've been consulting with breweries, and the engagements there are, a wide variety of things really tailored to whatever specific problem they're looking to address or goal that they have. That can range from, startup solutions and business planning and forecasting and, figuring out like investor decks and how they can go about fundraising to, breweries that are looking to expand or are have been in business for a few years and are trying to figure out how to take it to the next level, whether that's expanding outside of their tap room, opening more tap rooms, and really just making sure that they've got a good sounding board and objective set of eyes on their business to take things and say, hey, I know this might be how you've always done things, but have you considered this? Or I've seen this from other breweries, and sharing that knowledge in a really customized and tailored way.
Now, you have so much expertise on so many different aspects of the craft beer industry. I think it's a wealth of knowledge you offer to anyone.
Yeah, it's been a fun career, certainly even before the consulting, and I think being able to leverage kind of that full scope of experience and again really tailor it and leverage kind of the specific components that any brewery or distillery or cidery is needing in the beverage space, because there's so much category blurring and cross category consumption going on. I think it'd be remiss just to talk to breweries out there.
That's very true. And what are you going to be presenting on at the upcoming virtual conference?
So I'm talking about portfolio strategy, which is something that, for my entire time in the craft industry has been a core part of my career. Really thinking about not just an individual product launch or an individual brand within the portfolio, but really how does that all work together to drive growth. I think so often breweries have talked about rotation nation and, getting beaten out by like, limited tap handles or limited shelf space, but we don't take that same look at ourselves and our own portfolio, and think about how do we make sure that we're not self cannibalizing? How do we make sure that we're truly driving incremental growth, that we're thinking about the roles and positions that each beer and style and pack configuration can play within the overall portfolio, because you can't, you can't be everything to everyone. You have to be choiceful. You have to be, strategic about the way that all the pieces come together. And, it takes really looking at things holistically, because nothing happens in a vacuum in this space.
And I think that's an extremely important topic. I know everyone in the community is excited to learn from you, and they'll be hearing from you bright and early. I should have looked at the date really quick, but you're kicking off at 12 p.m. on Eastern Time on October 18th. So it's a session not to miss. I appreciate all your support, and we'll see you in just a couple of weeks. And safe travels until then. I'm excited to see where you end up on the 18th.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Andrew. And I'm looking forward to talking to everyone.
Cheers, Colleen. Bye.
All right.